Good afternoon, and I hope y'all are enjoying this beautiful Saturday. Ours it could be a little more pretty, but I'm off work. It's a beautiful day. I can't ride because we've had rain all day long, and I've got an issue that I've got to fix with the bike. I'll be putting this video on both YouTube and TikTok, so hopefully we'll draw more people in. If you're on TikTok and you haven't followed me on YouTube yet, do so. Help us grow. My bike is, to say the least, 30 years old. So she's got some character. She's got some flaws, and we're working on the flaws, and we are quickly getting them narrowed down to nothing. The two biggest problems we got is an oil leak, and my gear shift rod that comes through the bottom of the motor broke off. The tip of it broke off. And it's only about 1/4 of an inch. And for those of you who aren't familiar with links, by just hearing them, you're talking about a gap of about like that this gear shift rod's got to stand on. Well, to be able to replace this thing, first I've got to find one on eBay, because most of the parts on this bike are discontinued. It's old. It's still going strong, but it's old, and the things that are wrong with it are small things. Secondly, somebody's going to have to go in, and this is where I'm going to send this to a shop to have this done. I ain't got the stuff to do it here. I ain't got the know-how to do it here. I'll be honest with you, most of the work I do, I watch a YouTube video tell me how to do it. But this one is a little beyond more than what I want to trust YouTube to teach me. You got to drop the motor for this bike to be able to get the, hold on, let me show you. You got to drop the motor to get this plate right here off, which is the crankcase. Right down here, which would be behind, as you can see, this muffler is where the gear shift lever is at. Now this thing is long enough that it goes all the way through and across there and sticks out right down here. So this thing is probably nearly 1 foot long, if not a little longer. So today I'm going to take this plate off, take this off that I am having to constantly put back on, see if there's any more damage done to it, and then figure out a way to put this back on, and hopefully it'll stay. A friend of mine who has a YouTube channel called Dipping Stuff and Fixing Stuff, named Michael. He is an amazing mechanic. He spent many years doing diesel mechanics and runs a big mechanic shop for a corporation. I'm not going to give too much on that, just that, this guy knows his stuff. He and I are coming up with ideas on how to fix this temporarily until I do send it to the shop. Because when I send it to the shop and they take that crankcase off, that will also fix the leak issue. Because the leak issue is one of the bolts in the crankcase broke off, and it's separated just enough to allow a leak right there. There might be ways that I could rig it up where it wouldn't leak, but it's not really much of a thing. It's just going to slow it down. It ain't going to stop it. So I'm going to give myself a couple of weeks, rent a car for that time, and get this bike going. Now, yes, normally I do ride in rain, but usually that is a must-take trip. Going to work, coming home from work, going to a doctor, something for casual visits or whatever. No, I stay home. The roads are slick, and they can become treacherous quick for a motorcycle. They're slick for a car, but for a motorcycle, I'm going to show you this as well. You who do not know, this tire here is rounded. It's not flat across like a tire. on a car. It's rounded because you're steering on a motorcycle. The majority of it does not come from right here. The majority of it comes from leaning the bike left or right in the turn. The more you lean, the more you turn. Certain turns you need to definitely slow down. It will dump you. But you lean with the turns. Both the front and the rear tire are rounded for this reason. So I will maybe do another video while I'm doing the work, letting you see what it's looking like while I take this, after I get this stuff off. And then afterwards to see what the verdict was, how I was able to fix it. If Michael comes over what we did, his way sounds like a pretty good patch, and that's what it would be, as a patch, to give me 4 or 5 months worth of wear to keep this thing from falling off. But it's eventually going to drop off, and at that point, after we've done that, there's no amount of patches that'll fix it. So the idea for this is to do that. The other thing I'm going to do at that time, which gives me time to get that money saved up for everything, is because if you look right here, these bars are welded. I know they're not pretty, but these things were almost broke completely in two. I thought riser bushings were gone. And these are a set of 8-inch bars called 8-hanger bars on my bike. I haven't found a set of 8-inch 8-hangers to replace this bar with, because once your bar busts like that, especially in 2 spots, it's time to replace it. You know, it is no longer safe. That's going to be safe enough to last till I can get a check or 2 under me, order a new set of bars, find the bars I like. The bars itself are not that expensive. From what I'm seeing, you can find, you know, your average bar probably between $130 and $150. And but where your cost comes in is your cables, because your cables are only so long, and when you get something like 10s, 12s, 14, 16, 18-inch bars, you've got to have a whole lot longer cable, because your stuff ain't going to fit. Your turn signals, your light switches, your choke, your shut-off switch, your start button, none of that's going to fit. So you have to replace all that cable with a new set of cables. And you can have these better bars. Now, the thing for those of you who may be new, these bars come up. A lot of people get them for looks, and they'll go real high up here. These are perfect for me. It keeps my arm, show you, about this far out. Not all the way up. But when you're riding and you're an older guy like me, your forearms is going to cramp up if you don't have the right size bar and they're not comfortable enough. So these keep my arms comfortable and from cramping up, and makes for an easier long trip. And so we're going to go, and I think a 10-inch is still going to be in the more comfortable range, and yet not be too much, because I don't really want to go super high with these bars. The object of this is, by, hopefully, this is my goal, doesn't mean I'll hit it, but by the end of August or September, I intend to have a vehicle bought. My baby here is going to be put up, fully restored, and used for a weekend bike. Maybe start putting her in show, showing everybody how pretty she is. And buying an everyday bike to ride and drive. That one I'm not sure what I'm going to get. I've got a few I'm looking at. An Indian, a Harley Davidson. I'd love to find a Gold Wing and look at one of them. For me, the main thing is comfort. But I'm going to get started on this bike. I'll make y'all a video showing what I'm discovering when I take this foot pedal off. Keep the rubber down, keep the wind in your hair, and enjoy this day.